get the cooling blade, not quite good enough, but Ohio will die nonetheless. He doesn't pop the Ravage, thinking it's not going to be a good time. Synderen in behind will be popped by Midwine. He's got the Desolator, 3-4-3 on the side. It's going to be called up, and that'll be a 2-for-1.
It's going to be difficult for them to continue to go as Lancer's pinging, telling DJ, be careful. They still have the blink available on that axe. He's got enough HP to make a counter initiation, but clean pick off so far from Escape.
Good enough. Kind of smoke gank that you wanted to see. They traded away Synderen, but hard fight position. That's okay. And they also bought Kezu just a little bit more space. A couple more minutes, he will have that blink dagger, and then we'll have our double initiators and Escape really push the pace of this game. But it is 14 minutes in, and Fnatic are looking quite good for the time being in net worth and experience. All they have to do is play this passively and not let Escape get the right initiation.
Yeah, I think the downside for Fnatic right now is that Ohio just doesn't have that mech available to him. Quite underfunded as well as top Kezu.
Scan goes down, they go 3-4-3 here.
This would be a big kill for them.
Beautiful time for that one. Sweating 3-4-3 out of his misery. Ohio is still up there. He has some of his allies coming in. Midwan is still going to run over. DJ trailing a little bit farther behind. You may not realize, though, this is a full 4-man of Escape.
Top Fnatic, they really want to get into this fight. Midone is so farmed right now. He's got that Desolator on top of the DD bottled, and they're going to make their way forward.
Got the round. They think this is a good fight, but Crush comes in with the amplified damage. They're going to try and pop Ohio during that race timer. It's coming close, Ohio. He's got the Ravage ready to go, and now Arrow. Oh, he jumps inside. Gets the advance to dodge the Ravage, but now he's stuck. Up against DJ with a shackle. He turns around, tries to get some damage onto Mushi, but it's no good. Escape. They'll lose 2 of their cores, and that's exactly the kind of fight Fnatic were looking for off of the Ravage.
Very surprised that Escape decided to take that fight, considering they knew the TA still has that Aegis available, that DD bottle, and that made all the difference in this fight. As even with the Ravage whiffing, didn't really seem to matter too much. And Midone, now he's almost going to complete the blink dagger.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Kind of start that Escape definitely didn't want it.
Blink dagger on him, and mech rapidly approaching for Ohio. Big ticket items for Fnatic that can change the sway of this game. And Escape, they've got a very limited time because they're Radiant. Fnatic are a dire side Templar assassin with the Desolator. Round 2 of Roshan is coming up quick, and it seems unlikely that it's going to go into the hands of Escape unless they're actually winning fights in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
As up at top, Midone's just going to set a trap. I think that Yapzor runs into the double meld. He gets the first hit off. He should be able to just blink chase him down. And instead, decides it's not worth his time. Now he's going to go to the right.
If he can get a better angle for it.
Hoping that Yapzor just runs through the safer area. Yapzor instead, he's going to go the long way, or is he?
No, Yapzor.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he goes towards the secret shop. Gonna pick up that point.
Oh no, he's going to get hit.
Right. Good enough, 3-shot, 4, and that's all it takes. Midone with the Desolator takes him out, and the deny at the bottom lane tower. DJ picks that one up against Era.
So well done by Midone, reading that movement from Yapzor. Yapzor, for a second, it looked like he was going to go all the way around, but there's no way for him to predict that, as he was just trying to push in the mid lane, or the top lane, and now Escape gathers around this Roche pit, but
they're a little bit too late for it. They have the Infest up and the Blink Dagger for Kezu, but the Ancient Stack has already been taken. That's even for the tries to get out of ward, locked out the Ancients, but it costs him his life, and that one's going to be taken away pretty quick.
Yeah, and the worst part of that is they know where the wards are. That's a fresh one. And if you're losing in a game like this, you can't afford to get dewarded this early in.
Things just seem to go from bad to worse for Escape Gaming. We said they had to be a lineup that would push the tempo of the game, but they haven't really gotten their footing whatsoever. We've seen the Blink Daggers. Both of them are up now. We even have a 4-staff for Koipa. Outside of that top lane engagement where they managed to counter the Tidehunter's rotation behind the tier 1 and that triple kill for Koipa, none of these fights have gone good for Escape.
It's just hard for them to take a fight when they know this Templar Assassin is this strong. And more importantly, now that the Tide has the mech and the Ravage available, I think this is going to be a nearly impossible fight for Escape.
Tier 2. Seems like it's just going to be given up. Escape will try and push out the top lane as best they can, but Fnatic are just growing that lead. You can see the initiation comes down on Mushi. They will be able to find a pickoff. It's like as Mushi, unable to get off any spells, does manage to get off the doppelganger on the side and will be able to get away with now the mech. Synderen TP's out. Barely escaping out of that shuriken.
They did have to forward with global silence for this as mid one. Gonna get stunned up, but I think Escape are in full retreat mode. Mid one goes forward.
No Yapstars are gonna be missed. Not a chance. The shuriken bounces in 3-4-3. 6-7. The score may look relatively even, but it's anything but in this elimination match between Fnatic and Escape. Fnatic rapidly running away with it.
This is pretty massive for them because the global silence is down. They know that Escape aren't that strong. They are Fast Serpent wards available too. I think Fnatic just back off. They immediately go to the Roshan when it spawns, do that, and just allow Mushi to continue to push out all the lanes for yourself and decide to start thinking about the high ground.
Yeah, that's pretty smart, like, a very disciplined play, right, from Fnatic. They could have just gone and tried, oh, let's take that tier 2, but if you get into a fight around that tier 2, you blow Serpent Wards, you blow Ravage, and it doesn't go really well for you, you may end up losing control of Roshan. So much better that they backed out, kept those cooldowns of theirs, and will be able to go for Roche pretty easily. I can't really see how Escape Gaming are going to be able to contest if Templar Assassin is in the Roshan pit with Serpent Wards and the rest of the team is sitting just outside.
At some point, though, you have to take a fight against this lineup. I'm not even 100% sure that Escape can in the late game, just because they're just not getting a lot of farm progression on their heroes.
Once again, Ohio setting himself up in that mid lane, knowing that with the mech and the Ravage ready to go, unlikely to be ganked. Gonna push out that lane and still be within walking distance of the Roshan pit. So this is going to be the big moment for Escape Gaming. Can they get the right initiation? Turn the fortune of this game.
They're gonna get spotted though by this Templar Assassin ward.
Already,
now they're gonna make the move in.
Haste room, Ohio, not daring anybody to go on. It looks like Roshan is gonna go down before anything happens.
They've gotta get out now.
And now the initiation actually gonna be coming out from Fnatic. They try and leave with the lance onto the Lifestealer. He just rages it off, and the rest of Escape Gaming will escape, but comes at a serious cost. Roshan and number 2 Aegis in the hand of Fnatic. Like the rest of these tier 2 towers have to be forfeited at this point.
Yeah, Fnatic just decided to go mid. It's going to be hard for Escape to hold, and I do like that Escape went for that movement, but unfortunately for them it was too late, and probably would have gone poorly for them anyways. They had no idea how low that Roshan was going to be. As soon as mid 1 picks up that Aegis, you can't really jump blind into the pit because the Shadow Shaman's waiting there. They'd have to do some kind of tactical move where they pop the global as the axe links in, so he prevents the Shadow Shaman shackles.
They've been taking out Mushi a lot. I think they have an opportunity to find initiation. They do. Ohio immediately tracks themselves off. Now he has to deal with another one as the open wounds goes down on him. It's coming close and they get the Culling Blade. They take him out before Ravage goes down. Shackles on to Kenzu, but with the silence going down, not enough space for him to get out. Mid one hits too damn hard. Synderen is going to be next beating away. 2 down from Escape. Yes, they got the Tidehunter. They found that initiation, but you saw they were pinging on Mushi, and Mushi was already making his way through the dire jungle and wasn't too far away. Was able to join in the last half
Radiant's
of
middle
that
tower
fight.
has fallen.
This is one of the worst situations for Escape, just because now Fnatic are already beating on their doorstep. Got the Shadow Shaman wards up in just 5 seconds. Still have Ravage available. And no global silence available for Escape. They didn't even pop the Aegis on the mid 1, and now the wards are going to go down. And this is now the true test of Escape, whether or not that they can hold this high ground.
They couldn't get it at the Roshan
Radiant's
pit.
middle tower
And now
has fallen.
do or die for Escape Gaming here inside their base. Tier 3 tower already down. Serpent Wards getting some chip damage onto the melee racks as well. A rage being used by Era. This may leave him exposed. Fnatic come forward, jump in from Kenzu, stuns up mid 1, but he's still got both that haste as well as that refraction. Mid 1 will be able to finish off that melee rack. No initiation coming out in time from Escape Gaming. In fact, they even get the call, but they are way too scared to actually jump on mid 1, knowing that at moment's notice, Ohio could get the Force Staff and Ravage, turning the whole entire fight into Fnatic's favor. So Fnatic, after taking that melee racks, won't risk it any further. Backing out for a moment's notice and reevaluating. Looks like they're going to go for the tier 2 at top lane.
I think they know that this Aegis is going to last for long enough that they don't have to make that kind of play. It's only a range rack. There's no reason to give Escape any sort of free initiation. Ohio still has that Ravage available to them. Better to try to refresh this Master
Radiant's
forward
top
before you try
tower
to make
is
another
under
play.
attack.
And Escape, no matter what, they were going to lose that back. But they didn't lose heroes on top of it. Now they're going to make an aggressive move. They're going to get outside this ward,
Radiant's
though.
top
And
tower
it's
has
just turned
fallen.
daytime. Even worse for Yapzor as his Night Stalker is just a bit under farms and he can use every little help he could get. Nighttime included.
This is so huge.
Oh, nice blink out from mid-one just ahead of the call. The animation look out. Henry finds his initiation with Arrow locked inside, but they still can't pick him off. The Void comes in just in time. But the Templar Assassin was going to be able to make the escape.
That's round one.
Comes back, second life, and will be able to blink himself away. Not daring to step a foot outside of their base.
Jay has an Arcane Rune though, and he's got the Mass Serpent Ward, so you desperately want to stop these if you still have the time on it. Fnatic, they no
Dire's
longer have the
bottom
Aegis, they've got to be
tower is
somewhat
under
careful.
attack.
It's still on cooldown for them as well. Ravage is available
Radiant's
though.
top tower is under attack.
Escape can't afford to give up the second set of racks. Wards have been dropped.
Who can challenge mid-one? He's got a
Radiant
BKB full
structures
10-second
are
duration.
Radiant's top
They either
tower
have
is
to
under
kite
attack.
him excellently, or they
Dire's
have to make the
bottom tower.
initiation on him and
Radiant's
top
top
him
tower
immediately.
has
That
fallen.
just seems unlikely. The next move to go in 15 seconds to be now, but immediately a Hex goes out. Kezu, oh, they managed to get the call now, and
Oh,
the
they
mid-one
can kill
right there.
mid-one.
Really right on top of it, but the BKB goes out, and now the fight turns with the Ravage. Holding on to two. They're going to be slowed down by Mushi, as he's just going one by one through the supports in the background, while the hordes are being dealt with by mid-one. Double kill for
Radiant's
DJ,
middle barracks
and a
is
second
under
later
attack.
rack will
Radiant's
go
top
to
barracks
Fnatic.
has fallen.
Okay, mid-one right now is so unstoppable with that BKB available.
Radiant's
Escape,
middle
because of their lineup,
barracks
so
has
many
fallen.
melee heroes on their side. They've got to just clump up around that Ravage. It was even daytime, and now they're going to go for the Mega Creeps. Trying to end all hope for Escape.
There it is. They call it Escape Gaming going out with the whimper. Not a bang. 7 to 13, 26 minutes in. Fnatic putting on a clinic here against Escape Gaming. That seems at no point in time, excluding that, again, that one fight between the tier 1 and the tier 2 in the top lane, everything seemed to go Fnatic's way.
Yeah. Fnatic were surgical. That first Serpent Ward drop that they used in the Roche Pit to secure themselves that bottom lane as well ended up paying huge dividends for them, as they just were never able to bring down this mid-one TA.
Looking at Fnatic, obviously really good form here against Escape Gaming. How far do you think this run through the lower bracket can go?
I mean, Fnatic looked really good right there. Is good sportsmanship, is giving out the hugs, and I think Escape are going to be disappointed here, but Fnatic, they played very well. This is probably the best performance I've seen them have post-group stage. What can you do?
Fnatic, making their way off the stage, will survive best of one elimination. Escape Gaming are going to be heading home now.
Now we're left with 13.
One more to go after this. All right, well, concludes one of our elimination matches. One more to go. Fnatic make their run through the lower bracket. How far can they go? Paul? Are you there, Paul?
I might be.
Speak to me, Paul.
I might be. Yes, no, I'm definitely here. Good game. Well done. Thanks, gents. We'll come back to you, of course, for our final game of the day. But before we do that, we'll break it down.